Okay, what's up? Welcome to Team R.I.S.E weekly training. Today, Caitlin asked me to come in and talk about my journey of being a full-time student as well as a full-time coach, and being able to filter my day the way that I need it to be, not overwhelm myself, still make enough money to be enough, like more than enough to make it as a college student, living on my own, paying for everything besides my rent. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about my struggles, and I'm going to talk about what a day in like my life looks like as I was a full-time student and kind of a full-time coach. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all. 1 second. I'm going to make this full screen. Maybe. And here we go. Maybe. We're coming. All right. So just some announcements to get us started. So let's not forget that the national wake-up calls are on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern. So today it was at 11 a.m. If you missed it, it's always in the Beachbody 411 page on Facebook. And today was super good. It was talking about how to, what was it? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. It was from a 5-star coach who has built this business. Is she part-time? Am I right? Anyways, it was amazing. It was great. I'm making it sound like it wasn't amazing, but it was great. Tonight is the Team Thrive call at 8 o'clock Eastern. Mandy's going to talk about how to make this business part-time. I think I'm mixing up the two between those. Tomorrow is the new coach call with Danae. So if you are a new coach, if you've signed up any new coaches, anything like that, put them on that call with Danae. Get them the details for that. Wednesday, Caitlin and I are doing a personal development check-in just to make sure you're still doing your PD and wanting to, generate some ideas and produce new things about what we can be doing for personal development. Thursday, Caitlin's going to be speaking in Team Thrive, so be sure to check that out, and let's pump her up for that. And Friday, we have Fun Day Friday, and we want y'all just to create a conversation in here, create some relationships and friendships, and tell us something fun that you're doing the weekend that is not business-related, because it can get overwhelming to only talk about business sometimes. And then Gabby is speaking in Beachbody Champions page. If you don't know who Gabby is, she's a great coach on Team Thrive. She's very active in the page. So let's make sure that we go in there and support her with that as well. Also, Success Club. So it's May 13th. We are halfway there, halfway through the month. Success Club is 5 points, and this is the way you're going to move your business forward. If you're not hitting Success Club, you're not going to advance in ranks. You're not going to qualify for the free trips. You're not going to get any of the benefits of this business if you're not hitting Success Club. That is helping 3 girls, 3 people change their lives a month, and you're going to hit it. Okay, so moving into me being a full-time student and being able to work this business full-time and how I did it. So what pushed me forward in the business? So my vision pushed me forward, being able to remember and write down every so often what my vision was, what I wanted out of this business, why I am running this business. And talking about that on my social media page as well, in my stories as well as my feed, it pushed me because I knew that no matter how busy I am, I'm admitting to these people what my vision is and like what my goals are. So my ego is so big that I know that if I admit that to people, I have to meet that. So I knew I have to put in the work every single day, because I've told these people that I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom one day, and I'm going to be a full-time coach, and I'm going to make 6 figures, and I want to be a stay-at-home dog mom, and I want to be able to take my family on one crazy, amazing trip once a year and go on the vacations that I didn't get to go on. And I made sure that when I said that, I'm going to fulfill that. So I had to do the background work. So just keeping that in your mind is really something to push you forward, even when you are a full-time student or you're working a full-time job. Also, power hours. So everyone knows being a full-time college student is so busy. It seems like it's not that busy if you're only in 5 classes. It seems like that when you say that in your head, but then, you've got the 10-page papers, you've got to read 40 pages for your next 3 classes tomorrow and all that good stuff. So power hours are really key. So if you don't know what a power hour is, this is in the new coach training, and always utilize that if you ever have any questions and like aren't remembering things or like needing some motivation. or having trouble remembering everything, go back to the Girl Gang 19 new coach training, but a power hour. So for the first 5 minutes, follow 50 plus people. And when you get to 15 minutes, invite from likes. From 15 to 25 minutes, invite from your stories. People who are viewing your stories, just send them a thank you for watching your stories all the time and being consistent and supporting you, because people don't have to watch your stories. Sometimes people can probably get annoyed by those because we're so active on our stories. So thank them for taking time to hear what the hell you're doing all day and watch you work out. Because we do take time to do that, and they take time out of their day to watch it. So thank them for that. That's all you have to say. From 25 to 40, invite from your followers. Send a connection. Just say, hey, girl, thank you for following me. I'm running a new group. Are you interested in fitness? Blah, blah, blah. Anything simple. Don't overcomplicate it. An invite doesn't mean you're straight up inviting them to a challenge group, or you're straight up inviting them to the coaching opportunity. It means that you are just making a connection with them, and then generating a conversation with them. And then when you get in that conversation, then you can invite them. The first message does not have to be an invitation. From 40 to 50 minutes, message based on their content and based on their pictures and things like that. So you want to like their pictures. I usually try to like 3 to 5. I comment on anything. Comment on their shoes, on their outfit, on their hair. Just show them that you are noticing them and you're appreciating them and you're complimenting them, because they're going to love that. And then they're going to want to go look at your page, and they're going to be like, who the hell is this girl that's on my page? And then from 50 to 55, follow 50 plus more people. And then from 55 to 60, finish anything you didn't get to finish throughout the hour. So it's super, super, super important during a power hour not to get distracted with scrolling, watching stories. You want to do this to the T. And when you finish that, sure, feel free to scroll, whatever. But this is 1 hour of your day. It's such a small increment of your day. Let it be only work. And I didn't always do this to a T exactly. I mean, sometimes I would sit there and follow people for 30 minutes, and a good thing to keep in mind about following is, instead of following like random people who already have tons of followers and things like that, go to your friends' followers and follow people who look like they are like you and who look like they're going to relate to you. Don't follow random people who probably aren't going to follow you back, or who have like 15,000 followers. They're not going to follow you back. Follow normal girls just like us, who are more likely to follow you back and notice you and relate to you. This doesn't have to be to a T. This is just a guideline. It can be longer. You can compress anything, do whatever's working best for you. But this is a perfect guideline for if you're crazy busy, get in your power hour. Moving on. So my struggles. First of all, the biggest one has been friends lost because they just didn't get the picture. They didn't get it. And I literally lost a friend last night. She messaged me and was like, I'm done with this. I'm over it. Like, I'm sorry that our friendship has fallen apart, but we're done. And that's going to happen. Like, you're going to have people in your life who don't understand the big picture and who don't see what you see. And, it's okay to grow out of friendships, and it's okay. Friendships last for seasons of your life. And, if these aren't meant to be forever, that's fine. You had the friendship for a little bit, but change your perspective. We have a team full of girls who are eager to create new relationships and new friendships, who have the same vision as us, the same morals, everything like that. Just because you lost one friend doesn't mean the world is over. And that's not me being heartless, but I grew too much for her. Like, she literally told me that, that I wasn't genuine. She felt like I wasn't being real on my fitness page. Well, she felt like that because she didn't spend enough time with me to know what the real me was anymore. So I literally grew past her. Like, she didn't think I was being real because we didn't spend enough time together. So, it's fine. Another struggle is late nights and early mornings. It's going to be hard to get the work in as a full-time student and as a full-time job or anything like that. It's hard to get the work in. You've got to wake up earlier and you've got to stay up later. If you want to get your schoolwork done, then you've got to stay up late. If you want to get your workout in, you've got to wake up earlier, or you've got to do a late night workout. You've got to do it. But the way you're going to get past that is seeing the vision, remembering your why. Another struggle that I had was being made fun of for not wanting to cheat when hanging out with friends. I made time to go out with my friends, but not all the time did I want to cheat on my meal plan. Not all the time did I want to get 15 beers with them because of all the carbs that came along with that. Not all the time did I want to eat the fried food that they were ordering, and I made sure that I was able to find like grilled chicken or something like that. And they were like, oh my God, like fitness girl, like that's fine. You're just going to have to put on your big girl panties and listen to it and be like, this is what I'm doing. I enjoy this food. Like, that's fine. You're just going to have to let it go in one ear and out the other. They don't see the vision. I've missed time with family and friends. But you've got to make it clear to them that, hey, I know that I'm missing this time, but in 2 years, when this business is freaking killing it, I'll spend plenty of time with you. I'll take you on a trip that I earn. Make sure that you express that to them, that I know that I'm not with you right now, and I know I could be with you this weekend, but I've really haven't gotten in enough work this week, so I'm going to spend this weekend to get a lot of work in. Pure exhaustion, literally so exhausted. Like today was the first day I've gotten to sleep in months, and I loved every minute of it because when I was in school, I got up at 7 o'clock, drank my superfood shake, waited an hour, did my personal development within that hour, worked out, showered, went to class, went to another class, came home to eat lunch, went to another class, came home and worked, did it all over again. So you're going to be exhausted, but you've got to put yourself in that schedule and make sure that you do it day by day. Nutrition is also a struggle when you're so busy, but being prepared is going to be what is going to push you through. Anytime that I did not meal prep, I struggled so bad. Chick-fil-A was right there at hand. I wanted to go to it every day. Ingles was right there. I wanted to go in there and just grab something unhealthy that was super quick. I lived 2 minutes from Zaxby's. So anytime that I did not prep and I was not prepared for the week, I struggled with nutrition because I was so freaking busy. So be prepped. Frustration and feelings of being overwhelmed. This is all things that I struggled with trying to be a full-time student and trying to be a full-time coach at the same time. But there is ways to overcome this, like this. Personal development. So diving into personal development was something that has really, really, really helped me when I got in my head and when I was like, God, I can't do this anymore. I just don't want to work today. I was like, you know what, Millie, get out of your head. Turn on Rachel Hollis. Turn on Sadie Robertson. Put some goodness into my brain and, fuel my brain. And that literally always pulled me out of it. That always reminded me why I'm running this business. It always reminded me of it. It was also a way to like create posts. So as I was, trying to come out of this crazy headspace, I was also getting post inspiration. So I was killing two birds with one stone. So that was always great. My success partner, Caitlin, I always went to her with anything that I was struggling with. We had a lot of the same struggles, and that is partly why she's my success partner, because we're literally experiencing the same things. We're at the same pace in the business, and we are at the same place in our lives. We were both college students, so I always went to her if I was struggling with something. Hey, what did you do about this? Or, hey, I'm feeling like this today. And then she would always be there to say, like, you know what? I know this sucks, but we've got to get through this. One day we're going to be those stay-at-home moms. We're going to be able to do this full time. She helped reiterate the vision, reiterate why we're in this business. And then sometimes she was just there to vent too, because, people don't get our struggles in the business. So when you've got someone who's running it with you, side by side with you, it helps just mentally and takes weight off of your shoulders just to be able to talk to them about that. Remembering my why is always something that did it. And even when I was struggling, something that I would try to do would be like make a post about my why, talk about my why on my story, continuing to push that to your followers. But in the end, it's actually helping you because, it's something you're struggling with. And even though you're talking to your audience, it's really helping you on the inside, if that makes sense. Going with your why is seeing the vision. Just like I said earlier, realizing it's okay to grow. That's typo. Grow out of relationships. And that also goes with changing your perspective right down there. Change your perspective. When I lost a friend. Well, you know what? We have 600 people in Team Thrive for you to dive into and who you haven't been able to make friends with. We have however many girls in this team R.I.S E who are just longing to have a success partner, longing to have someone to be friends with. Maybe they're experiencing the same thing as you. Dive into that. You have all these people at hand who are literally experiencing life the same way you are and have the exact same goals you have. Why wouldn't you want to be friends with them more than the girl who doesn't get you? Diving into the team pages. Dive in, go in and watch the past trainings. Be active in the page. When you go in there and support people, people are going to support you back. And when you get that support, you're going to feel more motivated and you're going to grow and you're going to gain confidence from that. So I always say it, you're going to get what you give. If you're not going to the team page and giving anything, you're not going to get anything. No one's going to post about you and recognize you if you're never in there complimenting other people. No one's going to comment on your Success Club points if you don't comment on theirs. Get in there. That's going to push you through. It's giving you more people to help you. Giving myself me time was super important. I got super overwhelmed and I got super frustrated at times. I gave myself, I'm going to go take this bath and I'm not even going to look at my phone. My boyfriend's coming into town this weekend. I'm going to give myself 1 hour a day to work this business, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the winery this weekend, and for 3 hours, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm not going to work. Anything like that. I'm going to go out to dinner. Give yourself time. It's okay to back away from the business at times, because you're going to get burnt out if you don't. If you don't back away, you're going to get so overwhelmed and you're going to get so frustrated that you're going to want to quit. So you need to make sure you give yourself time, even if that's like a meal. Give yourself a cheat meal. Give yourself an hour to do something that you want to do that is not business related. It's so important. I've already talked about changing my perspective. Another way to change your perspective is to go in and listen to the past team calls. Mandy talks about this all the time. Fail forward. Don't get mad when someone says no to you. Change your perspective on, this is not the right time for them, but I've planted a seed. I've talked to them and now I'm in their mind. And whenever they think about wanting to join, I'm going to be the first person that they think about. Recognizing lip service was so important. With it being so busy with being a full-time student, you've got to recognize people who are wasting your time. And what I mean by lip service is people who are just talking to you because they're bored, who really aren't going to join you, people who are already in Beachbody and they're talking to you just because they relate to you more. Like, you don't have time for that. Stop talking to them. Be nice, like their message, something, but do not waste 3 hours of your day carrying on a conversation with that person. You've got to cut it off at some point. Everyone is not worth your time, especially when you're crazy busy being a full-time student and working a full-time job, anything like that. You've got to recognize people who have potential and people who look at their page, look at their pictures. Do they look like they're going to do this? Recognize that. Limiting my work hours. So what I mean by this is when I had messages in my inbox, I did not answer them immediately every single time because I was going to wear myself out. When someone messaged me and I was doing my homework, no, I did not answer them. When someone messaged me and I was studying, I did not answer them. I had to recognize these are my work hours, these are my school hours, this is the time for this, and this is the time for that. You've got to separate it or else you're going to not get anything done. You're literally going to be chasing your own tail, and that is not beneficial. You've got to say, I'm not answering people right now. I'm going to answer everybody at 8 o'clock at night. Do it like that. It's so helpful. Now, here I am, graduated. I made it. There was a lot of struggles, but I wanted to share with y'all how I had those struggles, but how I was able to overcome them. I'm not going to come in here and talk about how I struggled. I want to come in here and give y'all, real proof that I was able to do this. I started this business November of my senior year of college. I was in the hardest class I've ever had in my college career. If I didn't pass it, I didn't get to graduate college. I was doing a research project. I was in 5 core classes and I still had another full semester to go. But I still made the grades that I wanted to make, and I still became a diamond coach and made more money than I ever thought I would make with this business. And I made more money than I ever made waitressing, and I was so much happier, and I've made so many more friendships and relationships running this business. So I just want to show y'all that like it's totally possible. You've just got to realize how to overcome this. You've got to grow mentally. You've got to get stronger. You've got to change the picture in your head. Stop pouting and stop thinking about how this is so hard. Be grateful that you get to run this business. We literally post on social media and we tell girls, thank you for following me, and tell them about this amazing opportunity. Like, stop griping that you're so busy and just pick up your phone and work from it. Like, it is such simple work. We do hard work. We work a lot, but this is so simple, y'all. Like, you can do this. Anyone can do this. You're not going to fail at this unless you don't do it. There is no way to fail at this business unless you don't do the work. So it can be doable. I am graduated. I'm showing it to you, and I am a successful coach. So I just hope this helps just a little bit. You know, I know some of us have already graduated college, but think about this as with you having a full-time job. When you get a full-time job, use this same advice. Does anyone have any questions? Anything you want to say, Caitlin? Anything else? How do I stop sharing? Pause the share. Stop sharing. Okay, well, that's all I've got. Don't forget that we have Team Thrive call at 8 o'clock. Please be there. Yes?
I just got a message from Danae that our team call got moved to Wednesday at 5.
Okay.
She just messaged some of us.
So Wednesday at 8 o'clock for us, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So Team Thrive call Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern time for us if you're Eastern. So catch it then. But thanks so much for hopping on. I'm going to post a recording. Bye.